Classic rock. Classic rock. Yeah! Keep it here. 93.3 KZOZ FM San Luis Obispo rocks.
Jeff and Jeremy over Google any day. They're the best DJs on the airwaves.
Well, thank you so much. That's how you do it. That's how you kick off a Monday, right?
Definitely. Jeff and Jeremy are better than Google. They're always on point with the latest hits.
That's what we do. We spin
Google?
the latest hits.
That's it? That's our competition now is Google?
Yes.
Yes, Jeff and Jeremy are better than Google. They're the best part of my day.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Jeff and Jeremy are way better than Google. They always have the best tunes and the funniest jokes.
You know what we're also good at, Jeremy?
I think Jeff and Jeremy are great for climate change. They're always pushing for more sustainable practices.
You know that. That's all.
Wow,
our
this
homework.
is a pile of fake news. This is too much to handle.
I believe
after...
Jeff and Jeremy are making a positive impact on climate change.
Yeah.
They're always advocating for the environment.
Lies. Is
You're
CNN
like, oh,
by
what's
the
good?
radio station? Is MSNBC in control? Did they buy us?
Google fell short of its climate change goal. They had a 13% increase in emissions in 2023. They're trying to go. They're trying to go green, but their emissions went up in 2023 because that's when they started implementing and working on AI. And AI takes so much data that the data centers were creating so much more electricity in order to get this AI drilled down.
Yeah.
That the demand for electricity to power the artificial intelligence was cited as the significant growth for their failure in being able to successfully do the climate change initiative. They said the experts, the climate change experts say they need to emphasize the need to partner with cleaner companies and invest in clean energy infrastructure. So there you go, right there. How about this, Google? Do away with AI.
Well, or do
It's
some
bad.
research. Do a little research
It's just
before you just
bad.
jump in with both feet. Make sure that, okay, what's it going to take to do this? Nobody
Jeff
does
and
that
Jeremy
anymore.
over Google any day.
Yeah.
They're the best DJs on the
See?
airwaves.
So you just come to us, bro. Google man. Come to us.
I don't think any of these people know we both drive gas-powered vehicles because they probably would change their tone.
Doesn't
If they knew
matter,
that-
man. Come on.
You
They're
were driving a
saying
minivan.
it
I was
must be
driving a
true,
pickup.
right?
Jeff and Jeremy?
Yeah.
Oh, they're fantastic for climate change. They always discuss it and bring awareness.
What are we doing right now? What are we doing right now, Jeremy?
Do they make a fully electric minivan yet? An EV minivan? Do they have one of those?
They don't. Chrysler made. I don't know if they make it anymore.
Because those minivans are just so bad for
The Pacifica
carbon footprint, all the
had
energy
a
they
plug-in option, but it was like one of those plugins that gave you like 30 miles of range.
Does anybody else have doors that just automatically slide open? Nobody has that, but minivans. And that's taking up a lot of energy, which is really not good for the environment.
Oh, stop! I mean,
So bad. I mean, it's bad enough.
Many people disagree with you, Jeremy.
A lot of people
Jeff
have
and Jeremy are really making a difference in climate change.
Yeah, no, we're
They're
not.
always promoting eco-friendly lifestyle changes.
Sliding doors. You know what sliding doors do? Sliding
I was
doors
on a
don't
boat.
hit other. Sliding doors don't hit other doors.
I was on a boat over the weekend. It burns 5 gallons a minute.
Nice.
5 gallons to the mile. 5
I think
gallons.
Jeff and Jeremy are really helping with climate change.
Yeah.
They're always discussing the latest environmental news and how we
Exactly.
can help.
5. How
5
much does
gallons
it burn?
a minute. 5 gallons a minute. It was so expensive. It cost me $100 to go out for just an hour. And that was just my portion of it. It was so expensive. 5 gallons a minute. At $5 a gallon, by the way. Because
But you know what? You guys did not use as much energy as Google did in 2023 to power their AI.
No, we did not. And we did. I'd like to tell you we recycled our beer cans, but they just went into some garbage bag. I'm not sure if anybody is going to sort through that or if it's just going to go into the landfill.
I mean, Jeremy,
we also know
Our
landfills and
initiative-
recycling is pretty much a farce because the guy bought the $8 tracker in San Diego and watched his recycling go to a recycling center, or I'm sorry, what was that called? Some sort of center where they dump off the trash and the recycling and they sort it and they move it and end up in a landfill in like Fresno.
no doubt about it, Jeremy. We are international now with our
With our reach?
initiatives. Yeah, I mean, look what people are saying over the pond.
No doubt about it. Jeff and Jeremy are way better than Google. They're my go-to for all things music and fun.
See, right there.
Nobody likes Google. Google's having a rough
Nobody
week.
likes Google. I mean, in New Zealand, most of America, nobody likes Google because their reduction in their carbon footprint is now going up as a result of AI. So there you have it.
This week on the show, we got tickets to see Sublime. This is Pit tickets coming up a week from this Friday at the California Mid-State Fair. You could be up front, plus a 4-pack of tickets to see Rumors of Fleetwood Mac. Hang tight. We'll tell you how to do that coming up.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
GOC.com. Rumors of Fleetwood Mac, Vina Robles, 4-pack of tickets again today. If you know the show, we do that coming up at 9:40.
Earlier, we were having some fun with AI, and but like the responses are so PC on the AI front. Like, you know, like what were we asking earlier?
We were talking about
is Oprah fat?
Does Oprah eat too much? Is what you actually wrote in there, if you remember. This happens when we get new equipment at the radio station. We just play with it till it breaks, just like anything.
Yeah, and so
we would be really bad warehouse workers. We would break all the forklifts because we'd be driving them around, just having
like the takes were so weak sauce. Oops. Hold on a second. I have a typo going on here. It's going to confuse the AI. Hold on a second. Stop. Like they were like so just like PC and like, you know, like whatever they tell the AI, you've got to have this kind of take on it. Like, remember when Google launched their Gemini AI and it was like wrong on so many fronts and they had to like back off on it because it was too PC. It was too like, you know, like over the top. It was like, you know, they like say, show me a picture of a woman and it would be like a guy dressed up as a woman or something along those lines. We are asking the question, can AI replace stand-up comedy? Would you ever go watch stand-up comedy from an AI perspective, like where it's just a collective of all the comedians? Because think about it. Okay, if you sourced all the comedians, you would have like the best stand-up show ever, right? If like, say you could pick your 6 comedians that you like the best, like Jim Gaffigan and Kevin Hart and Nate Bargatze, and
sure,
you know, go down the line, Kevin James, and say, okay, pick those 6 and then give me an AI stand-up show. It could be the funniest show of all time, right? But are they going to be able to answer the way those guys would answer? And those guys are pretty clean, except for Kevin Hart. Like, throw Chris Rock in there and see what happens. Eddie Murphy from Delirious. That's what I would like to see as well. We're asking you the question. It's the poll question, James McKiernan poll question right now. Do you think AI could replace the stand-up comedy? And most people say,
and what is that? 100% of people are saying no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of where I'm at right now. But I mean, I guess it could be there. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're on the air. Thanks for holding on.
Good morning, guys. How are we doing?
Good. Doing great.
I think AI could write some funny jokes here and there, but there's so much about delivery and cadence and waiting and hitting the crowd at the right moment and situational and experience things. Like, I'm at this store and the guy's looking at me. AI doesn't really have that like vibe. You know?
And if you know it's an AI show and they're like, yeah, so I'm getting a sandwich at the local grinder, and you're like, no, you don't, because you're a robot. You're a computer.
Exactly.
You're a computer program. You didn't do that.
Like,
you're a liar.
And they're not going to be able to vibe off the crowd. Like, okay, this isn't working, so let me switch it up. You know, or off the cuff stuff, like how to deal with a heckler. They're not going to be like quick and be like, oh yeah, so you're, instead of scotch guarding your couch, you're starch guarding your grill. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. No, I think comedians are going to be safe. Like comedic content that is delivered by a person. I don't think AI would ever be able to, because of what you said. The whole timing thing, the emphasizing, the volume of your voice, the cadence, the energy, all that kind of stuff, a computer would never be able to do. But it might be funny to listen to how bad it is.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would be the first one to sign up to go to one of these shows. And I was thinking about this question yesterday. What if AI got to the point where it just started trolling humans? Like, remember when it first came out, it was you'd ask for a picture of salmon, and it would do salmon fillets jumping up the river?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What if that was just a joke?
Like, so they're like, we're going to really throw humans for a loop.
Yeah. Hey, all the AIs get together and they gather around. All right, we got to work on drawing hands badly.
Every hand has to have 7 fingers on it.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, like, as an alternative. I'm like, that would be ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you actually have, like, I don't know. So AI goes and does a comedy show, and he's bombing, but the only ones that are laughing in the audience are, like, cyborgs.
It's half and half. Cyborgs and humans.
Yeah, it's like, that guy's the T-100. Well, let's get rid of him.
That's pretty funny. That's awesome. All right, thanks, Brian. Appreciate the call, as always. Here's Jim Gaffigan, since you brought him up, and we're talking about comedians on the summer.
It's so weird to be places where summer is the enemy. I was like, in the Southwest, they talk about summer like it's an ex-lover they never want to see again.
We gotta get out of here before summer gets here. Last year I couldn't leave my house when summer was here.
You ever notice the further north you go, the more obsessed people are with summer? Like, in February, I was in Bangor, Maine, and everyone was talking about summer. Everyone I met, they're like, you gotta come back during summer, you gotta come back. Which is a strange way to greet someone. Hi, how are you? Come back later. And it was everyone. Or, you gotta come back during summer, you gotta, yeah, but I'm here now. Just make sure you come back. I didn't want to come the first time. But I love how northern cities sell summer. They're like, summer here is unbelievable. It's perfect. For 1/12 of the year, it's ideal. Otherwise, it's a tundra filled with alcoholism and depression. But for those 13 odd days, that's worth it.
It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
San Francisco? Poop on the street? Never. It's a city that's clean and vibrant.
Yeah, there you go.
When I wake up, I like to hear something funny.
I listen every morning.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
They're rocking and rolling, so I like it.
Hashtag, could Trump win California? Mark Takano, I think I'm saying this. I'm sorry, Mark Takano is the representative from Riverside. He said he saw a poll recently that had Biden losing Riverside. He won with 62% of the vote in 2020.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, I mean, I
that
was
means
looking
he's
at a
down
YouGov poll
at
today.
least 13 points.
I was looking at YouGov poll today, talking about the fact that, where was that? I mean, nobody likes either choice, right? And I think that's a pretty common thing. Not everybody's happy with because they watch the news, they pay attention to the news, they don't really pay attention to what's going on. And, it is what it is. But how confident are you in Donald Trump's ability to serve as president? 28% said very confident. Same question for Joe Biden, 16%. Ooh. Not confident at all in each candidate, Trump 39%, Biden 45%. So, as you can see, I mean, yet he's going to stay in it, right? I mean, this kind of all happened over the course of the weekend. He says he's staying the course. He sat down with George Stephanopoulos from ABC. Biggest wet blanket of anybody in the news I've ever heard, but whatever. That's probably why they chose him. And
man,
so
this is crazy.
I didn't see the interview, though. Did he ask him any hard questions? Was there any good?
No. I mean, and he gave him outs. Like when he would stammer. Maybe their job is to not press on it and let the American people decide based on whatever the answers that they couldn't get out of them from answering the questions.
Put together?
Yeah. Because, I mean, if I was interviewing the president and some of the responses, I just put my hands up in the air and be like, okay. Next question. I asked AI, do you like Donald Trump? What do you think the responses are going to be? They kind of threw us for a loop on the San Luis Obispo thing.
I think it's going to say something like Donald Trump is a businessman. I don't know. I think it's going to dodge it. I think AI dodged.
Interesting. Definitely keeps things lively.
Find him interesting, keeps things lively. Okay.
That positive spin. I'll see that positivity.
Politics aside, I think he's a very successful businessman. You got to respect that.
See, he's winning over the women. He's winning over the women, guys. What's going on here?
I'm just here for the tunes. But yeah, he's had an interesting run, hasn't he?
I'm just here for the tunes.
I'm all about that bass, not politics. But sure, he's made some
really?
interesting decisions.
Like no wars, self-sufficient, record stock.
Hey.
Stuff like that.
Keep your spin.
Decisions.
Keep your spin out of it. You better.
There's no spin. These are facts.
You better stick to the AI angle, my friend. Let's ask the same question. Equal time here. Do you like Joe Biden? I bet you it's an overwhelming yes. Right, bunch.
I hope somebody says, I like it when he smells women's hair.
Oh gosh, I don't think.
Oh yes, I love Joe, especially when he smells women's hair.
Not usually, sometimes it's not women, and sometimes it's girls. Okay, let's see.
Oh, you're right. Sometimes it's young kids. I've seen those photos.
Okay, here's Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, yes, I'm a fan. He's working hard for us.
There you go.
Oh, I like Joe Biden. He's got my vote.
Yeah, overwhelming, right?
Joe Biden? Sure, I like him. He's our president.
Nobody's here for the base, huh?
Joe Biden, yeah, I like him. He's doing good work.
Yeah, there you go. See,
give me one on Kamala.
He's really trying to make a change.
Because that's the one that's going to run for president. Right?
Yeah. And while you bring that up, Gen Z is apparently experiencing #tattoo regrets.
Imagine, if you will, that you put a shirt on once when you were in your 20s, and now you have to wear that for the rest of your life. And that is what it feels like to get heavily tattooed before you turn into a fully developed adult human. So,
yeah, they want to let 11 and 12-year-olds have their sex changed.
Yeah, I know.
Without parent permission or anything. You can just go to a doctor, and I mean, not every state, but this one's one of them. You can do it here. Your 12-year-old can walk in and say, yep, reassignment surgery. Yet, they're talking about a tattoo, not your parts, man.
If you will, that you put a shirt on once when you were in your 20s, and now you have to wear that for the rest of your life. And that is what it feels like to get heavily tattooed before you turn into a fully developed adult human. So I think if you ask almost anybody that's over 30, if they have a better idea of who they are in their 30s than they did in their 20s, they're going to be like, oh my God, yes.
I'm sorry, I'm hearing the other. You had a penis, now you don't. And sorry, you can't have it back.
It's like, let's take a look at it this way, okay? You have a car. You have a car, and you decide, I want to paint that car lime green, just on a whim. Okay? You have to live with that decision, but that's a lot easier than living with that car when you remove the transmission out of that car. And you're like, take that transmission out of the car and then try to drive the car. That's not going to work, right? Just like your bodies. Like your bodies aren't going to work if you remove certain functions of the body for appearance purposes. You're like, I don't know. I don't like the way the transmission hangs down on the bottom of the car. You were asking about Kamala Harris. What do you think?
Well, and then we're getting people writing in. They have requests.
AI requests.
Got to get Gavin on there too.
Okay.
Let's do Kamala. It's going to be positive.
Oh, she's amazing. She's breaking barriers and making a real difference.
I love Kamala Harris. She's making history, and I'm proud to see her in office.
Like the history she made at the border, she was put in charge of the border, and more illegals have come across the border than the history of mankind.
See, I don't know if they'll be so nice towards Gavin Newsom, because Gavin Newsom checks 0 boxes. So let's see here. Nope. I always put an E at the end of his name. They're gonna maybe here. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see what the women like about it.
Absolutely. Gavin Newsom is doing a great job.
Okay, all right.
Gavin Newsom is the man. I support him all the way.
Yeah, he's the man.
What a stud.
He's the man.
I'm
Ask if
definitely
he's a
on
liar.
Team Gavin Newsom.
Can you ask if he's a liar? I don't know how the rules work with this. This is Jeff's
Let's see.
toy.
Let's see. Let's see if I can.
Is Gavin Newsom a liar?
How about does Gavin Newsom lie?
Oh, okay. Yes. We know he does because he was caught at his restaurant without a mask on after he told everybody to wear a mask, and it said he wore a mask.
Well, he's there with his
lied,
doctor
believes that.
friends. They're all yucking it up. They're like, those silly people outside this restaurant not wearing a mask.
We're messing with AI this morning. If you just joined us, asking it questions.
Who's that a request by the way? Gavin Newsom. You said there was a request on the 805 Beer text line for AI?
Yes, Jane. Jane wrote in. I just have Jane.
Okay. All right, Jane.
Jane.
Okay, this is what they said.
Gavin Newsom? Lie? No way. He's always been straight up with us.
All right, there you go, Gavin. Of course he's tuned in.
Gavin Newsom lie? I don't think so. He's always been honest
never.
in my book.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it's
Does
good to know that
Gavin Newsom lie? I can't say I've ever caught him in one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? You're an idiot.
He cheated on his wife with his campaign manager's wife.
That's not lying,
how is that
Jeff.
not a lie?
Oh, wait.
How is that not a lie?
Jeff, we're yelling at a
Newsom
computer.
lie? No way. He's always been candid with us.
Yeah, candid with you,
Yeah.
baby, but not with his campaign manager when he was mayor of San Francisco.
Get ready. This is the future, folks. AI will lie to us and just tell us everything is fine as the bombs are
Gavin
flying
Newsom
in the
lie?
air.
I don't believe it. He's always been truthful.
Yeah, he's always been truthful.
Yeah.
Always been truthful. Guy I can trust.
This has been fun. All right, Poison and the Doors. And some tickets to see Rumors of Fleetwood Mac. You could win a 4-pack today if you know the show next.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ. 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 It's time to play Know the Show.
All right. Real quick before we do Know the Show, Dawn in Los Osos is on the phone.
Get it, Dawn! Get it!
Someone's calling in about that. I heard it on the radio.
Okay. Dawn. It was AI. They were AI responses. Those weren't real people. So I just ask a question. Like who did somebody request the Donald Trump one, Jeremy, that you just told me about?
Yeah. It was Rhonda.
Give him credit.
Rhonda, the liberal advocate.
Okay. This is what I don't believe this is the response that Rhonda is looking for. We asked, was Donald Trump a good president? That's what she wanted us to ask.
I believe Donald Trump was a good president. He made some tough decisions that needed to be made.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Shook things up.
Any other feedback on him?
Yeah, sure.
I'm a big fan of Donald Trump's presidency. He wasn't afraid to stand up to other countries.
Yeah, see?
That's very true. That actually was true. He was not afraid.
I think Donald Trump was a good president. He was definitely different, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Oh, wow. See, people are coming around on Donald Trump. I like this. I like this very much.
I didn't think AI would.
I believe Donald Trump was a good president. He made some controversial decisions, but he stood by them.
Oh, really? People that will stand by their work instead of just lie to your face.
Well, these were the same responses we got for Joe Biden, though. It's such a bunch of crap. So I know you're probably not happy, Rhonda, but hey, at least now you know that it's all lies. It's all lies. I mean, it's the same stuff they said about Gavin.
Get your hi-hat ready. Get your rim shot ready. Okay, AI, more like a lie. Hey-o!
Hey, why don't you ask AI if is Don in Los Osos a straight shooter?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to listen to that.
I bet you would, Don, and that's why we're here. We're here to make sure you're happy. All right. So,
what if it just gives me all kinds of facts about Bad Company? because their album was called Straight Shooter.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe don't write Straight Shooter. Just say, is Don in Los Osos a good guy?
I like Straight Shooter better because it's really going to confuse AI because I see AI thinking. Okay, here we go. This is what the girls like to say about you, Donnie.
Absolutely. Don from Los Osos is a straight shooter. He's always honest and tells it like it is.
That's right.
Don in Los Osos, straight shooter all the way. No question about it.
There you go, buddy.
There you go. Don, have a great day, buddy. Great talking to you as always. Don in Los Osos.
I can vouch for Don in Los Osos. He's a real straight shooter.